everybody, it's me, Steve SCHNEE, and you are watching the CD Junkie. It's way late in the evening. It's actually early in the morning. It's after 12:30. It's almost 1 o'clock. And I just wanted to put this video together. You know, I should be going to bed, and I'm probably going to regret this in the morning, like I do every other video I make. But, you know, obviously the recent passing of KIIS guitarist Ace Frehley has had a lot of effect on a lot of people. Now, I'm a KIIS fan. I'm not a hardcore KIIS fan. I do have a show that I've already filmed 2 episodes or a couple episodes on, Nothing But Fucking KIIS, with my buddy Ronnie Barnett, who's a huge fan. And we'll film more episodes of that in the future. But right now, I just wanted to talk about this. It's just a short little stupid story. But I do occasionally tell this to people. And I think I've cut this out of the episodes of the KIIS show that I do with Ronnie. And it's essentially about how KIIS taught me a lesson in humility. Now, they did not do this directly. This was basically 6th grade. So it's probably 75 maybe. I was in class with John Caskey, Craig Thomas, a couple other people. I shouldn't even be saying their names in public, but they liked to gang up on me because they were the popular kids and I was not. So they started talking about the group KIIS. And they said, "Do you like KIIS?" And me being a music fan, of course, at that point, I'd never heard KIIS. And my instant reaction was, yeah, I like KIIS. And they're going, "Oh, you haven't even heard KIIS. Oh," you know, they were making fun of, they would make fun of the Beatles. "Oh, you like the Beatles, huh? You know, what's this motor car?" You know, referring to, you know, the line out of Penny Lane. And they'd be laughing at that term. And I'd be going like, well, what's so funny about saying motor car? But, you know, so anyway, they kept pushing me. "Oh, well, we'll name a KIIS song, KIIS song." And I was in a panic because I lied. I never heard KIIS. And there was a radio station called KIIS, KIIS, if anybody remembers that, from Southern California, Orange County area, in the mid-'70s. And I said, oh, I thought you were talking about the radio station KIIS. And they're going, "Oh, no, you didn't," you know, and then they're, you know, all making fun of me and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, all right, whatever. I was so kind of embarrassed that I had lied about something about music because, you know, I was already way into music at that time. I vowed never to lie about anything about music. And I'm still sticking to that to this day. And this is 50 years later. Because I remember, do not lie about music. So if someone comes up to me and they said, "Hey, have you heard the band Fies Fies Fans Fans?" And I'd go, "Fies Fies Fans Fans? Oh, yeah, sure. I've heard of Fies Fies Fans Fans." But, you know, they'd go, "No, you haven't. You know, I just made it up." I don't want that kind of shit to happen. I don't want people to go, "Oh, you've never heard KIIS." And so I've never lied about music. So everything I've ever said about music, the stuff that I like and the stuff that I don't like on my channel, is 100% truth, accurate, and it's all because I made a fool of myself telling a group of the cool kids in school in 6th grade that I liked KIIS. And there are things like that these little lessons, it doesn't take me 100 times to learn a lesson. It takes me one time. I remember one day across the street, you know, these kids were playing, and whenever they would play a little bit, and then, you know, they had to go in and eat lunch or go in and take a nap or whatever. And as I was leaving their house, there was a little plastic magnifying glass, you know, the kind that, you know, they used to have the little plastic butterfly holders. You know, you'd catch a butterfly and put it in. You could look at it with a magnifying glass or whatever. And I was watching, and this thing was tiny. This is, I mean, they could have even got it out of a, you know, box of Frosted Flakes or something. And I saw it there, and I looked around, and I reached down and I grabbed it, and I started walking across the street because I wanted to burn some leaves and burn some bugs and stuff. And all of a sudden I heard, "Hey!" And I stopped. I turned around, and one of the kids is looking out of his window. And I said, what? Or he said something like, you're stealing my magnifying glass, or bring my magnifying glass back. And I go, oh yeah, well, I was just going to go look at this bug over here. And they go, no, you weren't. You were stealing my magnifying glass. So I came over, dropped it on the grass, and shuffled on home, just right across the street, embarrassed as hell. And that was before the whole KIIS debacle. By the way, that was probably a good 5 years before that. And so I've never stole anything. Just because that little magnifying glass, I got caught stealing something. I learned once. That's all I need to do, is just learn once. Just have one minor thing happen to me that changes the course of my life. I know it's ridiculous. I start talking about KIIS, and now I'm talking about stealing a little plastic magnifying glass. Story of my life, my friends. Now, don't think that these are lies or anything. This is 100% accurate. I try to be as honest as I can with people. There are things that people don't know about me, but it's just because they don't ask. That's it. That's kind of how magnifying glasses and the group KIIS humbled me, I guess you could say. So why am I telling you all this? Because it's 12:45 in the morning, and I've got nothing better to do except go to bed. And I didn't want to do that right now. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve SCHNEE, the CD Junkie.